Before we get into the video, here's a quick shout out to Oyoa.com, our sponsor. If you don't want to grind for items, runes, and you want armor real quick, then you can get it from these stalwart champions. And by using the code in the description, you can get 3% off. Remember, Guru. Greetings, Elden Ring Guru here. And today what we will do is test out how some of the old cheeses are doing on the latest patch. As you can see in the bottom right hand corner of the menu, the game is updated to the latest patch. First up, we'll be testing the Loretta freeze cheese. For those that don't know how it works, you have to run to a specific part of the boss arena and then quit out of the game. When you load back in, Loretta will be frozen and you're free to kill her any way that you please. You can see, it still works just fine. It seems like an easy fix, as all FromSoft has to do is make sure you spawn back out of the boss room when you load back in like every other boss fight. So I guess they just can't be bothered to fix this one. Next we'll try the sneaky Commander Nile arrow trick. I've had plenty of comments claiming this doesn't work anymore. Disgusting comments, cursing the guru. So let's put this to the test. Jump up onto the wall like before, manual aim with your bow, and shoot him through the tiny gap in the castle wall. And what do you know? It still works. So what are all these fools talking about in the comments? You can't even follow simple instructions. How are you gonna beat this game if you can't follow my guides? Quit now! And quit YouTube while you're at it. Don't come back here. Now for the Godskin Noble AI freeze. This is another one that had a lot of comments at the time saying it had been patched, even though there hadn't even been a patch released until recently. It hasn't worked first time of trying. So let me reload, give it another shot. It can be tricky to edge forward just enough to make the glitch work. The fat man is definitely not frozen, so let's give it one last try to confirm. Well yes, it looks like this one might have been patched. Good one FromSoft, but I'll find another cheese for this disgusting pig. It's time to test the fire giant cheese. The one where you jump out of the boss arena and kill him from the other side of the cliff with the crossbow. There were countless comments telling me that FromSoft had extended the invisible wall, making the jump out of the boss room impossible. There you have it. The jump works exactly the same as in the original video. They haven't patched the wall at all. I knew they wouldn't care enough to do that. The jump can just take a few goes to perfect, but stop claiming everything has been patched just because you can't do it. Take a look at yourself and your lack of cheese skills before you point the finger at the mighty guru. I swear some people must think I bribe the AI, or make these videos completely CGI. And they don't read the comments to see the people it's working for either. Once you're out of the boss arena, lure the giant to the cliff edge as far as you can and bolt him to death with the seppuku crossbow glitch. It works the same in phase 2, so we don't need to see the whole thing. On to the next one. Next up is Star Scourge Radan. We'll see if the master of gravity magic still dies from a short fall. Lure him to the cliff face and jump up it to make him follow you. Once you're up, head to the branch. He should try to attack you and fall to his death like in the original video. But wait! What's this? No fall damage first time around. Maybe he didn't fall from high enough. So let's quit out and give it another go. Come on, Radan, die like you deserve to. Oh, he lives once again. Maybe they have patched this one. Well, it looks like FromSoft have pulled their finger out and fixed this cheese. They must have been too embarrassed that the Lord of Gravity was dying from such a short drop. And now for the Lord of Blood, Morg. We know that they patched the first cheese pretty quick a few updates ago. But how about the shackle trick? Use the shackle 3 times outside the fog door and then enter. He still gets frozen, so it's strange that they would patch the jump straight away, but this one still remains. Especially as this trick works on both Margit and Margot, with the Margit shackle as well. Morg will remain frozen as long as you don't stagger him, so after hitting him around 10 times, You have to take a break for 10 seconds to let his meter go back down. Back to Commander Nile now in the Castle Sol Wipeout Cheese. Will we still be able to make the boss and all of his minions fall to their deaths? Let's find out. Like before, all you have to do is make sure to double jump off the cliff edge so you clear the invisible kill box that causes you to die when you fall. Once you're falling, you have to keep swinging your weapon to stop you from dying. After a while, the level still despawns, and all the enemies in Castle Sol should fall to their demise like before. And they do. So to all the morons who claimed otherwise, it's not patched, no. Next up is the Magna Worm cheese. In the original video, we triggered the elevator by jumping down the shaft and letting our corpse activate it to send it to the top. So let's see if that part still works. Ah yes, it does. So now let's try the final slice of the cheese. We press our face against the foggy door and cast the rock sling spell. We can usually hit the boss with it without entering the boss arena, but it's looking like this might be patched, as you can now see the rocks smashing against the fog instead of going through them. Try a few different positions just in case we can still get through. But yes, it looks like they've chosen to patch this one. Strange how they pick certain cheeses to fix, but have left a bunch of the others still in the game. You get to live for another day, Magna Worm. It's time to break out the poison mist and see if it still silently kills the moronic draconic tree sentinel without him knowing. There was a lot of dumb comments on the original video that said it didn't work, so it must have been patched. Most of these idiots didn't pay attention to the video and listened to the part where I said you have to wait for the mist to disappear before casting it again. Otherwise it won't continue to build up his poison meter. But as you can see, it still works just fine on the latest patch. It's a slow working cowardly cheese, but it still works nonetheless. For shame, those doubters, for shame. Next we'll test the Godfrey skip. You can bypass the fight by getting into the boss room at the side of the foggy door. You just have to jump on the railing and then quit out of the game. When it's loading back up, you can take advantage of the slow loading times and walk straight into the boss room to access the final area. It looks like they have fixed this though, as I'm loading back into the same spot. We'll try one more time just in case it can still be done. And it looks like they have decided to fix this one. You'll still be able to arrow him from the banister to bypass his first phase, but forget about skipping him altogether. Now we'll test the Millennia cheese. According to a lot of people, they have patched the branch, and you can no longer get up there with the Agheel's flame incantation. So let's see, shall we? I doubt this one's been patched. And what a surprise, it still works. This is one of the easiest cheeses to replicate as well. So the idiots that comment saying it can't be done need a lobotomy. And yes, it still works in the second phase too, as long as you jump up the branch in the correct place. If you don't, you will get stuck in midair, hover and die. So I've told you twice now, don't make it be a third time. Don't make the guru come looking for you. Next we'll try the Misbegotten Warrior and Crucible Knight cheese, the boxes that are apparently impossible to jump onto, even though I showed how to do it in the original video. So the people that said they can't keep the boss on them long enough to try it, use some common sense and use a summon at the start of the fight. This will give you more than enough time to do it. And lo and behold, the boxes can still be jumped onto. And the barrel can as well. You really think FromSoft would waste their time and patch a box? Once you're up here, bait the boss up with you, and then drop down between the barrels and the cheese is served. Because the Crucible Knight will get stuck and die, and the Warrior will be easy pickings like before, as they won't be able to reach you. We'll move on to Radagon now. Can he still be frozen in space and time simply by sprinting towards him after entering the boss arena? The trick was to hold forwards and the sprint button and skip the cutscene. As he takes a second or two to turn around when the cutscene is over, his AI would bug out and he wouldn't attack you. This hasn't worked first time around though, so let's try it again to double check. With the same result. Maybe we need to try sprinting to the other side of him. And alas, no, his AI seems fixed. Guess we'll have to come up with a new cheese for this moron. Now we'll try the Sleepy Dragon Lord Placidus axe. There are plenty of comments telling me this doesn't work or has been patched, so here we go again. Let's see who the idiot really is. Same technique as before, don't get too close. Use the serpent bow and serpent arrows and shoot him with the mighty shot skill. Takes forever, tedious. But yes, the same result. He gets poisoned after around 5 arrows, and it does over 2,000 points of damage. So another case of don't listen to the cretins who don't know what they're talking about. This one's so easy to recreate too. Just like I said in the original video, if you get too close, he'll wake up. And if you're too far away, he won't get poisoned. Use the arrows, sting, and reach talismans to help with the mighty shot skill. You'll have more than enough arrows to kill him. You people just watch the beginning of the video and not the whole thing. So there you have it, the majority of the cheeses still work. A few have been patched, and that's to be expected. So the Guru will have to come up with some new ones for those. To the idiots who leave comments saying it's been patched to the ones that still work, you suck.
Damn it, he wouldn't do it! This game is inept! Earth and water? What? I was winning and I got a connection error. This game blows.